Welcome to an episode of Bank's Ways. Today I'm going to show you how to build this little kelp farm that I built on the Ripple Effect server in my survival series. It's fairly simple, it doesn't require that much resources, so it's a good starter one. For this build you're gonna need 24 spruce trapdoors, 16 dirt, 16 glowstone or some other type of light, some glass, some random building blocks. I use smooth stone so you guys can see really well. And I use some oak planks, but that's all optional. Then for the storage you need some hoppers and chests. For the redstone you need about half a stack of redstone dust, 20 repeaters, 16 pistons, 2 observers, and I use some different color blocks for it as well. To fill the farm you're gonna need some kelp and some water or ice. Okay, time to start building. First we're gonna start marking out the little area we need where the kelp actually grows. And that's an 8 by 2 area. So I'll place some glowstone on the sides just to give it a bit of light. This is optional, it doesn't really need to have that, I think. And then on the sides you can do the walls out of any building block you like. And then you can make these walls 9 high in total. Now that the little side walls are up, we can start working on the bigger walls. And we need to leave one row above the glowstone open for pistons. So above that we can do a random building block again. We do the same on the other side. And then on top of that we can do glass. But not at the same height as this wall, but one lower. Now that the glass walls are up, it's time to start placing the trapdoors to guide and protect the water stream. And for that we need to add one row of blocks to either one of these glass walls. I'm gonna choose this one. So one side is gonna be higher than the other. And then you place a row of temporary blocks right over there. And then against those blocks, so on the same height as the lower wall, you place trapdoors like this. And then you flip them down so they're vertical. And then once you did that, you can remove the temporary blocks again. And then above that, right at the top edge of the rest of the blocks, you're gonna place one row of trapdoors as well. And they're gonna stay horizontal like that. Okay, now it's time to start placing some redstone. First we're gonna start by placing the pistons on top of the glowstone, facing inwards. And on the other side as well. And now we can stay on the outside. So what you do next is place 2 rows of blocks like this behind the pistons. And you do the same on the other side. Once you've done that, it's time to start connecting the 2 lines together by putting a row of blocks like this. Put redstone towards the corners. And put a repeater facing that way. And do the same on the other side. And then connect the lines again. The next step is to place observers. For that you need 1 observer on that block, because that's where 1 kelp line will go. And the other observer on that block, so you have 2 measuring points. Because the kelp will grow a little bit random and they don't always grow at the same height. So this way you have 2 measuring points just for safety. And then from there you put 2 blocks. A repeater facing outwards from the observer. And connect those with a redstone line. And then you connect the redstone line all the way down with a simple staircase to the redstone line below. And put redstone dust on there. And this is all the redstone you need. If you want, you could do observers on the other side as well. And make that same line as you made here on the other side. And then you have 2 extra measuring points if you want it to go a bit quicker. Okay, now it's time to place the water stream. For that I'm gonna use stone slabs, so it's a little bit more visual. On the lower side of the farm, so with the lower wall, you're gonna extend, well, really how far you want. You can't go past like 8 blocks, but you can go a little ways. I'm not going too far now, because there's no need. This is just for demonstrating purposes. And then once you reach the certain distance you want, you go 1 block lower. Actually make sure these are full blocks. And cap that off on one side. So you have a little trench leading one way. Now that we have the floor of the water stream completed, we'll do the walls, which will make the entire farm the same height. And make sure the water stream doesn't go anywhere but this way. Now, in order to make sure that this water stream doesn't connect to this water stream, we have to place trapdoors here. And we'll just flip them down so they don't disturb all the items. Now that this is all completed, you can put a water source right there and create a water stream, which should end exactly right there. And to do this water stream, you're gonna have to place some temporary blocks underneath these trapdoors and flip up these trapdoors for now as well. Then you can start filling this water to place a water stream right above the temporary blocks. And then once you got that done, you can remove the temporary blocks again and flip down the trapdoors. After that, you can fill in these trapdoors with water, like that. And that should fill up your entire farm with water. Now they aren't all source blocks, but luckily kelp grows and it makes a source block of anywhere where it goes. So it will automatically fill up your farm with source blocks this way. Now the last step is to put in the storage. For that we're gonna place some temporary blocks. Take some hoppers and place those against those blocks. And then the top one you just face downwards into the hopper below it. So it looks like this. The bottom 3 hoppers are facing one way. And the top hopper is facing downwards. And then against each hopper you can place a double chest. And that gives you a nice little storage. Now for the floor, you can put it on this height, right above the repeaters and the redstone. And then you have a little walkway and a viewing area. Of course you could also redirect it so you can look at it from the other side and have all the mechanics on this side. It's however you wanted to design it. And here you can see the farm at work. Now you can see that sometimes on the trapdoors some of the kelp gets stuck. Sadly you can't really fix that. It's not the most efficient farm, but I think it works really well and it's fairly cheap to make. So it's nice for starter people to get some fuel going or anything like that. I hope you guys like this. Thanks for watching and see ya later.